right, welcome back to the show. Dan Brouillette is the former U.S. Energy Secretary. And Dan, it's very important here. There's a reordering of the world's energy story that I wanted to talk to you for a few moments about. A reordering, because the United States is the reliable energy supplier, oil, gas. All right? No more Hormuz, no more Iran, no more political uncertainty and blackmail. We are doing it, okay? Now, the question is, how much can we export? We're going to 5 million barrels a day, exporting to Asia, other places. We're doing a little short of 14 million barrels a day here at home. So how does Dan Brouillette see these numbers? We're going to need more. We're just going to need more, Dan.
Great to be with you, Larry. Yes, absolutely. We're going to need more. And I think we're capable of producing that here. As we've talked about in the past, our industry is the best in the world. There's no one even close to the folks that we do business with here in the United States. I mean, great American names and great American producers. Can they produce more? Yes, they can. We have to do some things here in the United States to make it easier to do that. We have to do some permitting reform. We have to create a tax incentive and a tax structure that allows those very large capital investments to be made with a level of certainty that these projects can be completed. But yes, the answer is we can. And we're seeing it not only, Larry, in the oil sector. I mean, we're going to increase our exports on oil, but we're also increasing our exports on natural gas. Our LNG exports are through the roof, and we continue to produce more. As we look across the world, I mean, we've seen this movie before. You and I remember distinctly what happened in 1973. You know, supply is constrained, prices go up, consumers pay the price. And the answer is always the same. It's always the same. More American production, more American infrastructure, more American exports. That's the answer.
Well, the genius of fracking, I don't know if we have a chart. The Committee to Unleash Prosperity Hotline ran a chart today. If we have it, we'll put it up. If not, we'll do it tomorrow. But fracking was so important in this. Now, a couple quick things. There's the chart. Look at that. Oil was headed down. Oil production was headed down big time, and then comes the fracking revolution, and that line snaps back up to nearly 14 million. So that's good, and thank you for that to the producers. Now, Dan Brouillette, empty, large super tankers are coming to the Gulf of America empty to be filled up. I think it's really an Asian issue, but maybe not. How far can we go on that?
Well, I think we can go further than what we've done so far, but again, we've got to create the right incentives. But it's not only Asia. I think we can serve Europe as well, and that's something that we're seeing. We saw that in the LNG space. I think we're going to see it in the oil space as well. And when I think about what's happening across the world, all I see is an enormous opportunity. There is no question that oil prices are fluctuating wildly at the moment because people are trying to gauge when this conflict will be over. That's understandable, but I hope that they're also looking at the enormous opportunity for our industry here because the exports are going to carry the day.
Well, actually, you know, it's interesting. Gasoline prices slowly are coming down nationwide. AAA 409 today. A week ago was 417. You know, I think break even is someplace in the 60s for wholesale, and that'll get you back $3 or $2.50 a gallon. It may take a few months, but it's there. What about, you know, tremendous movement in South America? Now, we know about Venezuela, and we're starting to convert that in our refineries. Also, Argentina, I'm reading. We're making deals in Argentina. They're opening it up. And then this Guyana, if I'm pronouncing it right, may be the richest oil reservoir in the world. Now, those are American properties. They're our oil company properties.
Yeah, enormous production capabilities that will come out of Guyana very, very soon. I know that U.S. companies like Exxon, Chevron, all of them are part of this new play down there. And again, Larry, it speaks to the incredible technology that we've been able to develop here in the United States. It wasn't that long ago we didn't know that that reserve existed. Now we can see it. And not only can we see it through the use of technologies, perhaps not hydraulic fracturing in this case, but through the use of efficient technologies that we have developed, we can extract that oil very, very cleanly and very efficiently.
Last one. I'm hoping that the banks, the Gulf Coast, the UAE, Qatar, those banks helping Iran, I'm hoping they will just freeze all the assets. Don't let Iran get into those deposits. That's what happens in wartime. They've been playing footsie with them for years, Dan. I'm just hoping that the banking side, I don't want any darn money going into Iran. You know, I don't want a nickel going in. They're going down financially, and that's going to probably be the ultimate regime change. You think the UAE play ball with us?
I think they will, and I couldn't agree with you more. You know, we focus on oil coming out of the Strait, but equally important are imports going into the Strait. And the blockade today, I think, is going to be more effective than anything we've seen in the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. You know, as we both know, inflation is rampant in Iran today. Their currency has collapsed. Their full economy is about to collapse. And I think, Larry, that is the scorecard we have to keep our eyes on. It's ships going in and out of that strait. Everything else is important, but any deal, any deal, has to include an open and free Strait of Hormuz.
Yes. Dan Brouillette, thank you ever so much. Love to check in with you. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Larry.
Talk soon.